All right, well, I think we have everything we need to kind of tie this little adventure together. So to kind of summarize. So we've got deep mantle, we've got standard volcanic, and then we've got sandstone and chert on top of that. Now let's think. If we take maybe how about this? There was a giant volcano and it blasted pieces of deep ocean mantle, like all around, all over the place, right? And you have tiny little pieces of mantle, and that would explain the basalt, right? It would explain the basalt too. But then what about the chert? It doesn't explain the chert or the sandstone. Maybe it was an oceanic volcano off the coast. That could explain it too, right? That could also explain it. Well, that could also be a solution. But I actually think there's one that's a little better. It's a little better here. Yes, this might work. It's a deep oceanic ridge, mid-ocean ridge basalt. It would explain the pillow basalt. Deep oceanic ridges are spreading centers located in the middle, at the margins, of oceanic plates. That's where new magmatic material, magma and lava is coming from the mantle, and it's being deposited in the ocean. That would explain the basalt. Once it's deposited, then you have, next to the ocean ridge, you could have landslides and different kind of sand deposits like that, and that would explain the sandstone. And then you have the cherts, the deep ocean chert, as this block of basalt slowly gets pushed down the ocean ridge by more and more material coming out of the deep ocean spreading center. More and more chert would be deposited on top of it, and that would then explain the chert there. But what about the serpentinite? This changes the whole story completely. Totally changes everything, because what's this rock going to do? What's this chert and this sandstone and the basalt doing once it gets to where California was at the time? California, millions of years ago, was a subduction zone. So that oceanic melange, that section of oceanic sediments, is going to come in contact with a subduction zone, and those sediments are going to start to subduct underneath the continental crust. So the oceanic basalts, the oceanic mantle rock is dense. It's a lot more dense than the continental crust. And so the oceanic crust, because it's more dense and it's heavier, is going to sink underneath the continental crust. And as it does that, as things kind of scrape underneath each other, sediments get kind of scraped up on top. That's how you can get things like the deep ocean sediments deposited on land over here right behind me. It's basically just a scraping off of the bottom of different pieces, including big chunks of mantle. Big pieces of the mantle can come up with these blocks as it is deposited on land, which is absolutely fascinating when you think about it. There are subduction zones off of the coast of Japan and in South America, but the coast of California no longer has a subduction zone. And in fact, the entire layout of California has been shaped by this. The Sierra Nevada mountains are the bases of old volcanoes that resulted from the subduction process, which I'll have to get into later. We don't quite have time for this trip for that. And also the entire Sacramento Valley is also a result of this process, which is absolutely fascinating, but it's not going on anymore. Something's changed. There's, as usual, any good scientific answer only ever creates more questions. And my friends, we are out of time. The sun is going down on the Golden Gate Bay, And I hope that you'll join me next time, because we're gonna get to the bottom of this. We're gonna find out what in the heck is actually going on here. Check you out next time, rock stars. Until next time, keep on rocking.
Now we gotta wait for the sun to set.
Well,